What's going on, crew? It's Jack and Rich here with the 360 Fitness Coaching Certification Program, and today we are on section 3, nutrition, the intro to nutrition. Everything is based on Nutrition 101. So in this section, it is a very shallow section and very wide. So we are talking about a bunch of different things and a little bit about each of those topics. So Nutrition 101 is just kind of the bare bones of what nutrition actually means to us, and what does it mean to our clients, and what does it mean in the relationship between coach and client, okay? So we're gonna be talking about several key subjects, but one thing that Rich and I want you to really know is that nutrition is going to be about 70 to 80% of your client's results. Now that means it should be 70 to 80% of your job to focus on nutrition, okay? So it doesn't have to mean that you're doing 70 to 80% of their session or their appointments or their workout to talk about nutrition. It should just be 70 to 80% of your focus. And you should be dedicating and relying on 70 to 80% of your programming to be based on proper nutrition. And that's what we're going to be chatting about today. And in the next section, we'll go into a little bit more advanced topics. Okay? The first thing we're going to be chatting about is principles. Similar to, the intro to fitness, where there's a certain amount of principles and components that are kind of our fallbacks, our bases, kind of our foundations where we build up on. There's the same thing for nutrition. We're talking about eating your vegetables, having a certain amount of protein, drinking your water. Those are the things that we're going to really hammer into you guys so you can relay those to your clients over and over and over again. Now, with nutrition principles, they sound super simple, but you're going to be having to tell your clients, especially your beginner clients, every single day for maybe days, weeks, months, or years, okay? Now you need to commit to this on how to, get these nutrition principles in their heads so they become just habits, a part of their life, and just kind of a fallback for it. Okay, Rich, chat about micros and macros?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're really going to dive deep into what are the difference between macro and micronutrients. So again, if you've gone through the education process, you probably know the difference between macronutrients and micronutrients. But really quickly, the macronutrients, the three that we're really going to focus on are carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. Kind of the main source where your clients should be getting their food sources from.
That's right.
Now, micronutrients are vitamins. They are minerals. They are the smaller aspects of nutrition that we really need to have in our diet to make sure that we don't have those chip cravings, those chocolate cravings that we all experience. Typically, that's a deficiency in those micronutrients from our diet. So we want to make sure that we're getting a full range of foods, natural foods coming from natural sources there for those.
That's right. So for our macronutrients, we're going to be talking about carbs, fats, and proteins, but also the role in our bodies, what types of food we get them from, and kind of the goals and responsibilities of those macronutrients, and then how to identify whether your client needs one more than the other or less than the other, okay? Now, same thing with micronutrients. I'm going to be telling you a little bit about the vitamins, a little bit about the minerals, what types of foods they come from, and their roles. This really helps you, especially with beginner and intermediate clients, kind of getting them on the right page of thinking food is fuel rather than just taste, okay? So there's a whole bunch of things behind, that bite of salad or that bite of meat or the bite of rice, okay? So this is where you can educate them on that. And then a very important topic, a very understated topic is hydration. It's boring as hell, but it's super important, okay? We're going to be telling you guys about water, about proper hydration levels, and how to hydrate for certain body types, for certain goals, and for certain client types. And then supplements. Go ahead. Basically,
supplements are just that. They're here to supplement our diet. As I said previously with the micronutrients, we want to make sure that we're getting a full blend of food. You don't get that if you're just taking supplementation. Having just protein powder, having just creatine, having just branched chain amino acids, well, they can do great things for our body if they're not utilized with a proper nutrition plan and with the right nutrients coming into our body. They're actually going to do more harm than they are going to be doing good for us. Yeah. Essentially, we're going to be wasting our money with a lot of these high-end supplements that we're trying to buy if we don't have the nutrition basics in line. So again, that's where Nutrition 101 really comes in handy. You can't start supplementing someone unless they have the right blend of nutrients coming into their body before that.
Yeah, Rich is bang on. So supplements, again, kind of a buzzword, but for different supplements, a lot of people think they're the foundational product, and then they're going to eat healthy kind of on the back end. All right, and from years and years in the industry, from seeing elite athletes to beginner athletes to everybody in between using supplementation, if your nutrition and exercise program are not bang on to start, it's more or less expensive pee, real quick. Okay, so what we're going to teach you about supplementation, and they have their role in a nutrition program and in an exercise program, but it's a very, very small role. It can be very powerful if done correctly. We're going to teach you about some of the supplements, how to use them, why to use them, and when to recognize, when to incorporate them into somebody's program. Now, supplementation studies and really literature on it and research is changing all the time. So if you guys have any questions on supplements, 360 Fitness, actually we own and operate our own supplement company. So if you have any questions on this stuff, we're pretty well educated. Hit us up in the comment section below. We'll give you the absolute most honest answer possible. Again, to kind of recap this whole section, we're going to be talking about nutrition programs meeting clients' expectations and needs. Now, what we see a lot of times when somebody comes new into the industry, they're trying to overcomplicate things to make it more productive. And nutrition programs are no different than that. So you can have the best scientifically based nutrition program and the best macronutrient ratio and the micronutrient ratio, and you can have a perfect blend of meats and veggies and carbs and low glycemic and high glycemic and whatever else, and you can complicate that nutrition program and make yourself sound fancy, but if your clients don't follow the program, it's a waste of time. Okay? So really what we're talking about is your nutrition programs and your education towards nutrition for that client. It must meet the client's level and lifestyle. It must meet it. So if you're talking to an elite level hockey player, you might want to talk about more advanced topics. Maybe they already understand that they need to have vegetables more than once a week, and maybe they need to have lean meats and proteins. But for somebody that comes on board with you and maybe thinks that having a Big Mac, a medium fry, and a Diet Coke is a really, really good meal, maybe you don't talk about that stuff. Maybe you just get them off processed foods and maybe eating vegetables once a day. Okay? So you need to start your nutrition programming at the client level and the client lifestyle. So find out and really pinpoint where they are in their fitness journey and meet them at that level and bring them up slowly. So rather than just making a nutrition program sound super fancy and scientific and then just blowing smoke out of your ears and their ears, make sure that the Nutrition 101 is on their level. Have all the information ready to go, but meet them at their level. Okay?
Another great tip there too is just making sure that the program fits your client and you're not trying to fit your client into a program.
Hang on, yeah.
Make sure that they are able to do what you are setting out for them. Because again, we're here for results and we don't get that if a client is not following through with what we're teaching them.
Yeah, bang on. So the best program on the planet is the one that the client actually follows. All right? So meet them on their level, educate them where they are on their level, and then bring them up slowly. Okay? So talk about habits, talk about lifestyle, talk about actionable steps rather than forcing food down their throat and they don't understand the why. All right? So I think that wraps up the overview on this one. Good luck on this section, guys, and we'll see you for a little bit more advanced nutrition at the next one. Talk to you soon.